Welcome back to Panenka Predictions. It's finally here, the biggest game on the European club calendar. It's the Champions League final, played between an Italian side, a French side, and being hosted by the Germans. We can only, of course, be talking about Paris Saint-Germain versus Inter de Milan. Before we kick off our predictions for this game, I'd just like to thank you all for your tremendous support during this first season where I've created Panenka Predictions videos to share with you all my predictions for the best games in the Premier League and La Liga. It's been a whole heap of fun and I'll definitely be back with you again in the new season. So please, if you can, do me the small favor of subscribing to this channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos, which will be including in a few days time my La Liga All-Star 11 versus my Premier League All-Star 11s video. Who would win in a one-off game between the very best from Spain and the very best from the EPL. Be sure to check that video out and to leave your thoughts on who would make your starting 11s and which team would ultimately win that one-off amazing game. But now let's head to the Allianz Arena and let's talk football. PSG come into this final off the back of eliminating 3 teams from the Premier League as they beat Liverpool, then Aston Villa, and then of course Arsenal in a pretty straightforward semi-final, it must be said. And now they have the chance to claim a historic first ever Champions League trophy. They'd love nothing more than to be able to add that elusive trophy to their already impressive collection this season as they notched up the French Cup Winners' Trophy last weekend, beating Stade de Reims 3-0 convincingly in the final. And that of course went nicely alongside their French Ligue 1 title where they saw out their season in style with 2 easy wins, scoring 7 goals in the process against Montpellier and Auxerre. That's 10 goals scored and 3 easy victories in their last 3 games coming into this final, so they will be absolutely 100% confident of being able to get the win here in this game. And they've got such amazing talent in their team and a very well organized team that this could very well be their year. That's right, the year after Kylian Mbappe leaves them to improve his chances of winning the Champions League, they might just go on and win it without him. Inter, on the other hand, they should consider themselves lucky, quite lucky, to have made it to the final. They certainly had their run of the green, shall we say, in the semi-final games against a depleted Barcelona squad, but nevertheless they did play extremely well and they fully deserve their spot here in the final. Their heads won't be held as high as their Parisian opponents in their game, as they managed to throw away the Serie A title 2 weeks ago when they conceded a 90th minute penalty at home against Lazio to record a 2-2 draw, and that then meant that Napoli, if they won their final home game against Cagliari, then the title would be going down south. And Napoli did, and the title was theirs. And Inter, well, they were left to sulk in second place. They were also knocked out of the Coppa Italia semi-final by their neighbours Milan, and so now that means that this is their final and only chance to claim any silverware for this season. Either side of that 2-2 draw with Lazio, Inter won their other games by 2-0 away against both Torino and on the last day against Como. And after their thrilling win against Barcelona in the last round, they will certainly have the self-belief that they can beat PSG in this one-off game. So this is going to be a great game. Both teams believe that they're good enough to win it. A team of young, pacey, confident attackers against a well-drilled, well-organised and much more experienced Inter Milan. Who will come out on top? I'd love to know your predictions for the Champions League final, so please leave them in the comments section for me. And for my prediction for this year's Champions League final between Paris Saint-Germain and Inter Milan, I'm going for a PSG win and over 1.5 goals in this game. I just think that PSG right now, they've got the momentum, they've got the speed and confidence in their players and the structural unity required to get the win here. And I think we're going to see a few goals in this game as well. PSG have got so many players who can score goals and they're just in red hot form right now. And I think they're just going to have too much for this potentially tiring Inter squad. And I'm going for a PSG win here and over 1.5 goals. So PSG will win the Champions League and add it to their French title and their league title. And Inter Milan, well, they're going to be left with meh. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a like if you've enjoyed it and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Enjoy a fantastic Champions League final. Leave your predictions below. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll be seeing you all again very soon.